For today's workout, you'll just need a pair of sliders. If you don't have sliders, anything that'll glide across the surface of your floor will do. Dish towels are great for hardwood floors, and paper plates work well for carpet. This workout flows one move right into the next. Think of this sequence as being broken up into 3 progressions. With the progressions, we add in moves every 30 seconds, building up to a combo, and then take away moves in a similar fashion. I'm going to quickly show you now what that looks like, and then I'll talk you through it as we go. So we'll start with just a slide while holding a low lunge. After 30 seconds of this, we'll add in a twisting crunch so that we have a combo going. After another 30 seconds, we'll take out the slide so it's just the twisting crunch. So that's your first progression, your first 90 seconds of the workout. From there, we're going to go seamlessly into a lunge to start the second progression. After 30 seconds, we'll add in a swan dive. After 30 seconds of that combo, we'll add in a single leg bear. So it's lunge down, swan dive hands to floor, step back to a single leg plank, do a bear, replace the front foot, swan dive hands up, and then rise up from the lunge. We'll then start subtracting from that complicated combo, removing the lunge so it's just swan dive to bear. Last 30 seconds will be just the bear as we take out the swan dive. Third and final progression, we'll start with a twisted push-up. After 30 seconds, we'll add in a thread the needle pike so that it's a combo. We'll then finish by doing just the thread the needle pike. You'll get to rest 30 seconds before doing that entire sequence on the other side. So this workout is no joke. I was trembling getting through the second side. That being said, if you need to take more breaks, just pause the video occasionally. Listen to your body. Remember, there's a difference between hurts so good and just hurts. If you're all warmed up, let's get going. I'm going to start on my non-dominant side to get it out of the way first while I'm fresh. So find a low lunge position on your left side with the left foot forward and your back right foot on a slider. Have your second slider close by. We'll need it later. At the beeps, we'll start with slides of the back foot staying low in the lunge. As you slide the back knee in and out, you want to stay really light on that back foot. So when the knee drives in, don't shift your weight into that back right foot. You'll notice I'm leaning forward. This is going to keep my body weight in the front heel rather than that back leg. Couple more seconds like this, then we're going to get the upper body in a mix. We're going to combo in a crunch. All right, bring your elbows out wide, and the opposite elbow is going to crunch down and across your body towards that front knee. So right elbow to left knee. And it's happening at the same time that that back knee is sliding in and out. You're still really low on that front leg. So if your butt's starting to lift up in the air, check in on yourself, sit just a little lower. You want to be as close to a 90-degree bend on that front leg that you can. Now a few more seconds like this, and then we will just take out the slide, and we're just going to isolate that crunch. So here we go. Hold on to the lunge, opposite elbow across your body down to that knee. Keep that back leg engaged, so you really want to squeeze into the back leg, keep it strong. If you're not at a 90-degree bend on the front leg, maybe you try to get there, and deep twist. So I want you facing the side of the room at the bottom of each twist. Few more seconds here, and then we're going to go into our second sequence, and we'll start with just a lunge. Here we go. So back leg is straight, just like it was in the previous move. You're driving up, weight stays in your front heel, and then sliding back down into your lunge. Now a few more just like this. The move we're going to add on is a swan dive. So I want you to bring your arms overhead. Every time you hit the low lunge now, you're going to dive forward, fingertips graze the floor by your front foot. You're going to lift your torso back up, and then you're going to rise up out of the lunge. So combo, lunge down, fold forward, bring your torso up, rise up on the legs. We're going to keep adding on to this, so you have a few more seconds here, and then we're going to add on another step. It's going to be a single leg bear. All right, so now when you reach the bottom of that swan dive, hands come to the floor all the way. You lift that front foot off, coming into a single leg plank. You're going to do a bear on the other side, which just means that slider knee drives forward and out, and then you just reverse the motion. So this is the most complicated combo right here with the most moving parts. We're going to start taking away from it soon. So just a couple more seconds and then there'll be no more up and down lunge. We'll just stay low for the swan dive and the bear. All right, there you go. So swan dive down, single leg plank, one bear in and out. Step the hovering leg forward. Just bring your torso upright. Remember, no more lunge. At the beeps, we'll subtract yet again. There'll be no more swan dive, and you'll just finish with that single leg bear. So the single leg bear is really hard to do. My legs are on fire. A great modification, instead of keeping your opposite leg hovering, hook that foot over the ankle of the leg that's sliding in and out. Now check in on your core. Your rib cage is gently closing in so that your abs are held in tight and we don't arch into the low back. Maybe you try to sneak in a couple reps with the leg hovering, as I'm doing and struggling to right there. Maybe you keep the foot hooked the whole time. All right, we're taking it into our third and final combo here. We're going to start with just a twisted push-up. So find your other slider, one foot on each glider, and you're going to point your toes to the side as you do a push-up down and up. So your body's twisted. It's not just an upper body exercise. Your obliques are in on it. Now the move we're going to add on to this to make it a combo is a thread the needle in a side plank. That'll come up at the beeps. So you'll do a push-up and then you'll lower onto your forearm, open up into a side plank, wrap your top arm around you. And as you do that thread the needle, we try to get movement out of the hips. So you pike the hips up, see if you can get those feet to slide in and out. Then you'll press back up one hand at a time, one push-up, one thread the needle. These are really tough. As you can see, I'm going slow so that I don't have to do as many reps. At the beeps, there'll be no more push-up, and we'll finish. The last 30 seconds of this side is just going to be that thread the needle. All right, settle in here, guys. It's just that thread the needle. Try to lift those hips. Even if you're only getting the feet to slide in and out 1 inch, that is awesome. You are succeeding. And if the slide isn't happening, that's okay. Just hold your side plank or just do the thread the needle. Last few seconds here at the beeps, you get a 30-second rest. It's your only rest of this workout. Awesome, there it is. All right, you are halfway through. So we are going to do that entire sequence again, but with the other foot starting forward. Same flow, you know what to expect. Grab a sip of water if you need it. When you're ready, we're going to make our way to standing. You're going to find the slider again. Keep your second one off to the side. This time your right foot will be forward in the lunge, and we will start at the top with that hold and the slides in the lunge. All right, guys, same sequence. So we are starting holding that low lunge, and your back left knee now is going to slide in and out. On this side, you might notice yourself reaching that point of fatigue a lot sooner, and that's normal and to be expected. We are focusing on the front leg, but we have that supporting leg working as well, and we've already burnt it out. So if you start trembling a lot sooner than you did on the first side, that is normal. All right, at the beeps, we're just going to take it to that combo where we crunch at the same time that that knee pulls in. Elbows out wide, fingertips by your ears. Remember, opposite elbow across to that front knee. So if you're on the same side as me, that's going to be your left elbow across and down to your right kneecap. Check in, make sure the weight is being supported by your front heel and not in the toes. At the beeps, you're going to take out that slide. Now, focus is the front leg, but I still want you engaging through that back straight leg. So squeeze the quad right above the kneecap. Both legs fired up here. Deep twist when we do that crunch. So it's down and across, facing the side of the room every time. You have a few more seconds like this, and then we kind of go into our second progression, which will be that lunge. It's going to feel like a continuation of this one, though, because that leg is still working. All right, keeping that back leg straight, you're going to press up, driving through that front heel, and then you're going to slide back down into your back lunge. Every single time you get low, I want you to try to find a 90-degree bend with that front knee, if joint mobility allows. So we build quite a bit in this one. First thing we're going to add on is that swan dive, coming up in a few seconds at the beeps. So reach those arms up overhead. They're going to stay overhead until you hit the lowest point of your lunge, and then you're just going to kind of do a bowing motion forward. Fingertips will graze the floor by that front foot. You'll bring your torso upright, staying low through the legs, and then you'll drive up through the legs. Few more like this. At the beeps, we're going to make this combo just a little more complicated. You're going to add in that single leg bear. So press weight into your hands so that you can extend that leg back out to a single leg plank. Knee slides in and out. Step the foot forward. Bring your torso upright. Rise up out of that lunge. So you'll only get through this combo a couple times because we're only on each thing for 30 seconds. The first thing we will take out of this is the lunge. So at the beeps, no more up and down. So you're just going to do the swan dive, and then you're taking it to that single leg bear, just comboing between the two. You're here for a few more seconds. At the beeps, there's going to be no more swan dive. You are going to find that plank and you are going to hold it. It'll just be the single leg bear. And remember, when we get to that, if you need to modify, you can hook the hovering foot over your heel. Check in. You want your hips just an inch or two higher than your shoulders. Abs are engaged, so legs are working, but your core is fired up here as well. This will be the end of our second progression. We're going to enter into our last 90 seconds of your workout coming up. At the beeps, you're going to find that second glider, and you're going to drop your heels down so that your low body is angled to the side for the twisted push-up. Now with our feet on the gliders, as you do the push-up, you should be sliding in and out a couple inches. It's not a huge movement, but you're going to slide backwards just slightly as you lower. And then hopefully those feet will come in just an inch or two as you power up. If these are too much, guys, just drop to your knees. Keep your low body twisted, but don't worry about the gliders. Just do the push-ups from your knees. At the beeps, we're going to layer in that thread the needle pike. So you'll do one push-up, and then we'll be lowering onto that one forearm, open up into a side plank. Top arm is going to wrap around you like you're giving yourself a hug. And as you do that, you're going to try to pike the hips up into the air. This one is so challenging. Again, even if you're just getting an inch of movement out of that pike, that is awesome. If you need to modify, guys, maybe you just hold a side plank. Maybe you're doing those push-ups from your knees, whatever you need to do. At the beeps, we're going to take out the push-up. We're going to finish with just that thread the needle pike. All right, last 30 seconds of your workout. I know these are awful. Stay with me. And you can pause in between each one. You'll notice that I'm bringing my top hand to the floor for a little added support because I am dying. That is an awesome way to modify. Getting a little push off that supporting hand. Last few seconds, maybe you get in a couple more. And that is your workout.